We're still in the new year, and welcome to another captivating episode of this generation TV show. And I'm your host, Ryan. Today we have a lot of amazing activities planned for us, such as the G Talk, where we're going to be discussing how parents should cultivate saving habits in their children, the motivation and security segment, and so many more. I know you had a long, stressful week at school. I hope you studied and made new friends. This is the show where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy us. Don't forget, we are still sponsored by Zealand Fun World, HD Plus Decoder, Trillium Industries, McBerry, Accra Zoological Gardens, Bridge Medical Center, and Niche Education Support. Before we go to our motivation segment, I will introduce my guest, Christina on my far right and Michelle in the middle. Now on to our motivation and security segment. Thank you, Ryan. Today's G-Talk will be a very amazing G-Talk, and I hope you will enjoy. Moving straight to the motivational quote for this week. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible in this world. If you prove firm determination, you can succeed in all your life goals. Never say some things are impossible to achieve in life, or do not listen to people who say this, because such statements are capable of killing your can-do spirit and your self-confidence. If you rebuke the word, nothing is possible, you can achieve your dreams and goals you have been waiting for a long time. So children outside there, if you write exams and you fail, do not say nothing is impossible, but rather have faith and say that something is possible in this world. And keep trying on your exams and you will win in your exams. Moving straight to the health tips, we are going to talk about food safety. Food safety is a very important topic, and which means storing, preparing, and handling food to avoid them being contaminated. Eating contaminated food may have negative effects on your health, experiencing food poisoning, and you may even fall sick. Always ensure that your food is warm before you eat, and store frozen foods in fridge. Do not expose your food to flies, because this can lead to cholera, typhoid fever, viral hepatitis, and dysentery, many more. So please always ensure that your food is warm before eating. As children, parents, food vendors, and caregivers, you must learn how to store, handle, and prepare your food under serious hygienic conditions to avoid them being contaminated. And lastly, education and awareness creation in major markets, regions across the country is very important when it comes to food safety. So please follow my food safety tips so that you can be safe. Remember, we are sponsored by HD Plus Decoder, the Philly Experience, Zealand Fun World, Niche Education Support, Trillium Industries, and the McBerry Biscuit. I am your host for today's motivational quote and security tips, Beverly Nakosia Edibia Adi. Over to you, Ryan. Thank you, Beverly. And I enjoyed the health and motivational tips for today. Christina, what did you learn today?
Okay, so today I learned that, especially when it comes to food safety, we must always warm our food before we eat it. Because if we eat cold food, it can lead to diseases like dysentery, which can eventually lead to death. So that's what I learned today.
Okay, and Michelle?
Okay, honestly, I think what she said was really essential, especially the education and awareness of the not making your food exposed to flies and refrigerating frozen foods. Yeah.
Wow, that was so interesting. I know I enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it too. We'll be going for a very short commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Our football fans wanted more, and Sporty TV is here on a new HD Plus channel to give you football and more. See selected weekly fixtures from the EPL, Bundesliga, Serie A, Saudi Pro Leagues, Spanish Super Cup, DFB Pokal, EFL, and
Thank
so
you
much
for
more in
joining us.
HD quality pictures on Sporty TV channel 152. The football you care about is here in HD. Subscribe for 12 months at 290 Ghana cedis only. Call 0242 439872 for more information. HD Plus. See it, feel it.
Welcome back from the commercial break. And if you just tuned in, you are watching the This Generation TV show. We are still brought to you by HD Plus Decoder, Verna Mineral Water, and Zealand Fun World. Up next, we have our practical life segment, which adolescents need to learn things that can use to help themselves and their parents at home. Brought to us by Annabelle.
Thank you, Ryan, for that introduction. And as he said earlier, this is the Practical Life segment brought to you by your girl, Annabelle. And you can call me Lady Miraculous and I'll be sure to respond. Today's topic is how to take care of yourself as a child or an adolescent. The first key factor is personal hygiene. And today, we need to learn how to bath 2 times daily and the brushing of teeth. Also, as an adolescent, you may start to experience some spots of hair growing in your armpit, and you can use the shaving stick to take all those hair out. Also, with our immune system, we need to adopt the habit of taking in a balanced diet. A balanced diet is a meal which contains all the 3 essential nutrients for growth and function. Thus, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, and also fat and oils. The intake of a balanced diet can help you grow into a matured adult or a teenager. Children at home can start practicing the intake of balanced diet from today. Also, exercising regularly can help us release stress and also cope with the mental problems associated with school. The individual needs to take time off from television or mobile phones to get some minor exercises. Reading a lot can also help maintain your external shell. And also, as a child, it's important to take at least 8 glasses of water per day to help you wash out all sorts of germs or maybe impurities in your body. Doing this, you are able to maintain not only an external shell, but your immune system and your mental health also counts. This brings us to the end of today's practical life, and I'm assured that with what you've learned, you are going to start taking care of yourself. You are supported by HD Plus Decoder, the Feely Experience, Zealand Fun World, a playground for kids located inside the Legon City Mall, Trillium Industries, the leading producers of Verna bottled water, and Beagle Drink. This brings us to the end of the Practical Life segment, and I hope my viewers have learned something. So as to Ryan and the guest here, I hope you guys have learned something to take home today. Till I come on your screen again, I'm your girl, Annabelle. Call me Lady Miraculous and I'll be sure to answer.
Thank you, Annabelle. Now, as a teenager, I know how to take care of my body. My girl, did you learn anything new today?
Yes.
What did you learn?
Okay, so I learned about we as children we should brush our teeth twice daily to remove all sorts of germs from our mouth, and to also use the shaving stick to shave off hair from our armpits or the genital.
Okay, so I also learned that we must drink about 8 glasses of water a day to wash out any impurities from our body.
Thank you. And I know you also learned something at home. We'll be back after a short commercial break.
Are you looking for a playground to have fun with your kids? Then look no further than Zealand Fun World. With our state-of-the-art play kits like trampolines, bouncy castles, video games, arcade games, and many more, we make your child's day. We also have the perfect place to celebrate your child's birthday party and watch movies. We are open throughout the whole week and on holidays. Contact us on 028 97 11162. Individuals, schools, children organizations. Come and have fun with Zealand Fun World, and remember that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Zealand Fun World, the right place for kids to have fun.
Welcome back from the commercial break, and this is still the This Generation TV show. Still brought to you by HD Plus Decoder, Zealand Fun World, and Verna Mineral Water. Now to the part that we've all been waiting for, the G Talk with my lovely guest. I know you and my guest are ready to have some interactions. We have Verna and Bigo Water on the table for us. So today we are going to be discussing cultivating saving habits in our children. Now when you hear cultivating saving habits in our children, what do you think of that?
I think that when you say cultivation of saving habits in children with parents, it relates to helping our children to save money for later use, to set goals, and to make sure that they don't overspend.
Okay.
Okay, so let me talk about saving first. So when we say saving, honestly, I think that it is just like putting your money or half of your income away for future use to help your parents or friends or to set goals.
Well, I certainly agree. At what age do you think a child should start saving?
Okay, so I think the age that children to start saving is when they start to get money from their parents or they start asking for money to take to school or something. You can teach them that it's not every time that when your parents give you something like 5 CDs, you use all of it. Maybe you can put 2 CDs or 1 CDs away to maybe get something nice for your parents.
Okay, so do you think that parents should allow their children to know their finances, like how much their income is?
It's not really necessary because they can give you any amount they want. And generally, asking your parents about their salaries or finances is considered rude.
So I think it's really not necessary to know how much your parents give because, for example, if you know that maybe your father gets about 5,000 to 6,000 a month, you think that it's really plenty and that there'll be some left. So you definitely want to go to your dad and ask for more money than what he's already giving you, since you know that his salary is bigger.
But Christina, is it bad for children to be taking money from their parents?
Okay, so for me, I don't think it's bad unless you're going to use it for something that is not necessary. For example, if you're going to buy a snack or something, that's totally okay. But if you know that you're someone who overspends, I don't recommend taking so much money.
Okay. And Michelle, do you also think that children should be taking money from their parents?
Okay, so it's not necessarily bad unless it's without their consent or you're going to spend it on something not needed or necessary.
Do you think that parents should start teaching their children how to save at a very young age?
Okay, so yes, if the child is ready to learn and has already been educated on some certain things, they can start by, let's say, if they do well in school, your parents can decide to give you, let's say, 100 CDs, and they can tell you to put at least 50 CDs away, and they can spend the rest of them on what they want to buy.
Okay. Wow, have you guys tried the Verna bottled water and the Bigo drinks? They are so refreshing. And guests, if you ever have an idea of bringing guests over to the house and you want a drink or water to serve them, it's advisable that you give them Bigo drinks or Verna mineral water. Christina, what are your thoughts about the question?
Okay, so I think it's actually very good for parents to start teaching their children how to save at a very young age. Because when you do that, when they grow, they'll know that, oh, okay, I have this amount of money, so I have to put some away for my future goals or what I'm aiming for. If I'm in debt or something, I can put some away.
Okay, very interesting. Michelle, didn't you enjoy the water?
Yeah, it was so refreshing. I love it.
I want to ask that if parents are in debt, like let's say a child is rich, has rich parents, and they are normal to living an expensive life, and let's say the father's business declines or their car declines, and they are in debt, should they let their child know, and how should their child adjust?
That is a very good question. So, at least they should not like tell it to them raw. At least they should let them know that like money is a bit tight and they can't buy this for them. So the child should ensure that they save money so that they can buy whatever they want or what they need.
And how do you think they should adjust to living a lower life than they did?
Okay, so maybe they should at least buy only what they need. For example, you need a pen, and you see a pen that has those many decorations. But the problem is that that particular pen is more expensive than what you need. So you have to think about it and buy the normal one because they are similar and they are pens. They are both pens. So.
Okay, Christina, please, what are your thoughts on the question?
Okay, so for me, I think first of all, parents that are rich shouldn't really get their children so addicted to having a rich life and getting all the things that they want. Otherwise, when the parents start getting lower income, it will be very difficult for the child to adjust to living a lower life and getting things they need instead of getting things that they want. So I think they should give their children the chance of seeing what it's like to not have really a rich life so that when that time comes, they can adjust better.
Thank you for such an amazing answer. Now, do you guys think that parents should open bank accounts for their children?
Yes, they can open bank accounts for their parents, but in most countries they say you can't open a bank account until you are 18. So at least they should open a bank account in their parents' name, and they can put their child's money inside for future use, maybe their college funds or high school. Yes.
Okay, and Christina?
Okay, so I think you can start with something like a savings box, and later when the child is more matured and they know that okay, so this is how life is going, then you can open a bank account for them in your name so that the bank doesn't think you're trying to do anything funny or something. So you open the bank account in your name so that the child can put his or her savings in that bank account so that maybe when you are no more, then those savings can help take care of the child. Even parents with low income can still invest some little money in their children's future. Otherwise, when the children grow, they will find themselves struggling with maybe their work or something, and the parents will also be struggling because they are depending on their children to help them, maybe send them something small every month. So I think they should still invest. No amount is too small. Even if they are still struggling with their work, they can still invest something small for their children's future.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. They should at least invest maybe quarter or 1/3 of their money in their children because they need education and they are also going to school.
What advice do you have for children who are interested in saving and their caretakers or parents?
Okay, so to all the children out there, I will say that you guys should invest money and start saving because life is life. It's a journey. It can go downhill or it can be better. So it's better to start saving now, or otherwise the things will not end up good for you in the future.
Okay, so the advice that I have for my viewers out there is that no matter how small you are, you can start saving with a super box or a savings box, and then later when you're older, then you can ask your parents open a bank account for you to end up saving so that in the future, even if you're struggling with your work or your parents need money from you, you know that okay, so my money is in the bank, I can go remove it and then help my parents and continue with my future.
Thank you, Christiana, for your submission. I know I had fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
And I hope you had fun too and learned a lot. That you can start saving at a very young age, whether in the bank account which your parents have made in their name or in your piggy bank. You never know how much money you can earn in the future just by saving at a young age. Our scholar has something new to teach us, and she will come right after our commercial break. Stay tuned, and I'm your host, Ryan.
So it's a milk cream wafer deliciously made by us, McBerry. This wafer has got rich ingredients in the layers of tenderly melting milk cream filling. So crispy and attractively packaged. The taste is such a pure delight, and so we named it Pure Delight.
Coffee. Let's go, honey. You are running late for school.
Enjoy it in chocolate, strawberry, and milk flavors. Pure Delight wafers. Every bite is such a delight.
If you just tune in, this is still the This Generation TV show, and we're still sponsored by HD Plus Decoder, Zealand Fan World, and Verna Mineral Water. Our scholar is in the studio in the person of Jayden. Do you have any guesses of what she's going to teach us today?
Okay, not really, but I'm sure it will be something really educative and fun.
Okay, so for me, my guess is on something that we haven't heard of in a while. That would be actually very fun and really exciting.
Okay, let's move on to our scholar, Jayden.
Thank you, Ryan, for the lovely introduction. Hello, my guest, and hello, lovely viewers out there. Today on the Scholars Corner, we've got something new and exciting for you. I am your host, Jerry Kisi, and today our topic will be based on verbs. Have any of you heard of verbs?
Yes.
Okay, so can any of you give me a definition for a verb?
Well, a verb is an action word or a doing word which can be used in a sentence to prove that someone or something is doing something.
Okay, I like that. What of you, Michelle?
Okay, yeah, so I agree with him. It's doing an action.
And you?
Okay, so I guess the action is a verb is a doing or action word that can be used in a sentence to show that somebody is performing an action.
Thank you for your answers, my guest.
You're welcome.
Do you guys at home know what a verb is? If you know, you can send it to us via our WhatsApp line displayed below on your screen. For you who don't know, a verb shows the state or the action of an individual. Do you guys know we have types of verbs?
Yes.
So I'm going to surprise you with some. So we have the action verbs, the linking verbs, helping verbs, regular and irregular verbs, intransitive and the transitive verbs. So today, we are going to take only 2 out of the above types of verbs and elaborate on them. So which one do you guys think I should choose?
The linking verbs.
Okay.
Action.
Okay. So we will take the action and the linking verbs. An action verb shows the mental and physical state of the individual. Some examples are think, laugh, play, cry, weep, and so many others. Can you guys give me examples?
Scream.
Okay.
Walk.
Okay.
Okay, run.
Thank you. Those are lovely answers. So, we are going to use those examples to form sentences. My sentence is, Efwa is running. What of yours?
Justin is screaming very loud.
Okay.
Sarah likes soccer in class too.
Okay.
Okay. Isiana is weeping.
Thank you once again. So, in the above mentioned sentences, you can see that we use the verbs run, weep, talk, walk, and cry. Moving on to our next verb, the linking verbs. The linking verbs help us to link 2 sentences together. For example, the students are going to school. Is the linking verb over here. Do you guys know any type of linking verbs? Any examples?
Kweku was arrested yesterday, but he escaped from prison.
So what's the linking verb? But is actually a conjunction. But good answer. What of you?
Kweku and Sarah are going to school, and the linking verb is are.
Thank you. Is a good one. What of you?
Okay, so I want to use the same but from a different sentence. So Jehedin and Kweku are moving on.
And our linking verb is are. So those are all good sentences formed. Linking verbs help one to link 2 sentences together, even when there is no conjunction. Sadly, this brings us to the end of our Scholars Corner for today. I hope you all had fun. Remember, we are proudly sponsored by the AG Plus Decoder, the Philly Experience, Zealand Fan World, having fun with your kids after a long hectic week of stress, and the Trillium Industries, alongside McBerry Biscuits. Thank you, and I was your host, Jayden Kisi.
Thank you, Jayden. I've learned so many new things like verbs and linking verbs and types of verbs and how to form sentences with verbs. And you?
Yeah, so I learned about the action verbs, the linking verbs. Yeah. And I learned that there was some.
Okay, so I also learned how to form sentences with action verbs and linking verbs.
And I know you certainly learned something new. After our break, we are going to see what's happening outside the studio on the street for our 360 segments. Stay tuned.
Life can get hectic, and sometimes we forget to prioritize our well-being. That's where Verno Mineral Water steps in. A refreshing solution packed with essential minerals, Verno Mineral Water keeps you hydrated and balanced. Whether you're at home or work, Verno Mineral Water is there to keep you going. Don't let a busy schedule hinder your health. Make Verno Mineral Water a part of your daily routine. Share the love with Verno Mineral Water, the choice for a healthy, vibrant you.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is still the This Generation show, and we are at Camp International School. With me here, I have a very beautiful lady. But before that, do children have resolutions? What are resolutions? Resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something. Now, I'm going to ask her, this beautiful lady, if she has resolutions and her resolution for the year.
Hello, my name is Zelda. I am in JHS1.
So Zelda, please can you share with me your resolutions for the coming year?
My resolutions for next year is to learn very hard and become the first in my class while maintaining that position throughout the year. I plan to also join as many competitions as I can to help me academically. I also plan to be very hardworking as in doing chores so that my parents will be very proud of me. I hope that I can also do something and others too.
Thank you very much. Once again, I have another beautiful lady right beside me, and she's going to share with us her resolutions for the coming year. So please introduce yourself to us.
My name is Antoinette Begla. I'm 14 years old. I attend Spa 7 Royal Stars.
Okay, so Antoinette, can you kindly share with us your resolutions for
So I'll manage my time, maintain my position in class, respect my parents, and make sure I make my daddy proud.
Okay, I hope God will surely help you through this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Do you think children should have resolutions?
Yes.
So what are your resolutions for the coming year?
For the next coming year, I want to participate for the HD Plus This Generation competition. I also want to learn how to pass my quiz.
Okay, and you too?
I want to pass my exams.
I want to learn hard and especially make my parents proud.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, and God will surely help you achieve these goals. Thank you very much.
Welcome back from the street talk, and I hope you learned something new from the motivation all the way to the street talk. Before we end the show, do you have any last comments?
For me, I don't really have any last comment, but what I want to say is I want to encourage the children out there to keep learning and to try and save as much as you can. And that's it.
Okay, Christina and Michelle, what about you?
Okay, for me, I don't really have much to say, but I will tell all the children watching out there that they should read your books, encourage learning in yourself, and keep watching the This Generation TV show.
Thank you, Christina and Michelle, for the comments and the discussion. And thank you for listening to the conversation. We're still sponsored by Niche Education Support, HD Plus Decoders, Zealand Fun World, Accra Zoological Center, Rose Medical Center, McBerry Biscuits, and Verno Mineral Water. I hope you learned something new today, and I hope you are taking your studies seriously and you are learning a lot every day. Well, we call it a day. See you next time, next week, Saturday. Thank you. Bye.